Hello group, how are we all this evening? Welcome to tonight's YIN session. We're going to be targeting people who are doing desk work, so most of us who sit down for long periods of time. Going to get rid of those aches and pains in the neck and the shoulders and the hips. Whenever you come on live, say hello. Drop me some hearts. I'm going live in the main group today, so hopefully there's less barriers to entry here. So fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'll just go back to putting it into the going live in the event. So we'll see how we go. Might get a few more people on here because then they know where to go. A lot of people were asking where the live sessions were because they kept missing them, so I'm going live here because of that. So if you're joining me, we're going to do an hour yin yoga session. If you've not done it before, let me know if you're a newbie. Let me know if you come back and you're regularly doing yin now. If you are joining me live, grab some props. In yin yoga, we want to hold poses for a longer period of time than we would a normal yoga pose. So we want to use things like blocks and blankets. If you don't have blocks, grab pillows that you can wrap up. Anything to be able to prop you up and support you while you're in a pose, because we hold them for sometimes 5, 7. When you're more advanced, then you'll be holding poses for 10 minutes at a time in certain poses. There's a few with smaller joints like ankles and toes. We won't hold them for that long. Hello Isabel, hello Renee, welcome back. How are you this evening? Hope no one's getting wet. It's pretty grim today and tomorrow. I actually really enjoy it because I'm used to this sort of weather coming from the UK. Didn't like it when I was in the UK purely because it would rain about 10 months of the year. But when you have it here and it's very rare, I actually really enjoy it, and it's nice to go out for walks in the rain compared to the heat that you normally get. So it's nice. Hi Hayley! Anyone who's joining and watching for the first time and doing their yin yoga session for the first time, let me know. This is going to be an amazing experience for you. I'm really excited. Anyone who's my regulars, please say hello. Hey Hayley, good evening. Welcome, coming through your hour of yin just for you, some time. People were mentioning how they're struggling. Some of my regulars are struggling because they used to come out and see me. They have that space to close off and ignore the children. Now they're having to do it in their house and they're struggling to block it off. I know it's tricky because if you're in your house, it's a smaller confined space and you can still hear the children screaming around you if they're not in bed. You just have to be a bit strict if you can. It's tricky. Closing the doors, locking it, barricading yourself in, telling your partner to just give you an hour. Hi Sue, welcome back. Hi Joe. I like the rain too, it reminds me of the tropics, but with added air conditioning. Yeah, it's pretty tropical here. I mean, it rains a lot in one short space of time. And there's thunder and lightning at the moment. Anyone who's joining me for the first time and have questions, now's the time. I won't be answering any questions during the session because it's meditative, calming, and I don't want to ask questions because it ruins people's flow, but you can ask questions now or you can ask them afterwards or in the group, whatever suits you. Hey Sue, welcome back. Love the hearts. How is everyone today? I've got my chamomile tea. I was wearing my little slipper socks because it's pretty chilly here. I'm finding that when you live in Australia, the houses are built for Australian weather, so the heat. They're not double glazing, they're not very well insulated compared to the UK. So I'm feeling colder in temperatures that I would feel warm in the UK, if that makes sense. So I'm wearing woolly jumpers and things. I think I've acclimatised a bit too quickly. Just checking the time, we're good. We should be getting a few more people on tonight because we're going live in the main group and not the event. Just reminding you to grab your props if you haven't got any. Go and grab blankets, grab pillows, grab blocks if you have them. If you don't have a yoga mat, use a towel, that works just as well. All good. Grab a cup of tea as well. I've got chamomile. Chamomile's my fave at the moment. Very excited, I've been feeling very stiff today. Even have my lavender diffuser going, lovely. My lavender diffuser is being used in the baby's room at the moment to put him to sleep. Where are you stiff, Renee? Hello, Alison Bateman, who is my mother. Is Anna there too? My sister. They're watching from the UK. It's like 9 AM on Wednesday there. I'm trying to get my brother to come along too. He's a gardener. He has his own business as a gardener, and he believes he has arthritis because he's so stiff and sore and he just doesn't stretch, and he needs to come along to this class. Hello from Mum and Annie. Hello. Talking about back pain, I'm going to, depending on what my boyfriend says is okay to do at the weekend, if you are suffering with lower back pain and you get it pretty much every day, you just have that ache, I'm going to do another session on either Saturday morning or Sunday morning this weekend to do some stretches for lower back pain, but also do some exercises to help strengthen those weak muscles that are causing you back pain. So it'll be about an hour, and then the first part will be doing the exercises and the second part will be doing the yin stretching. So I will post about that, but just letting you guys know here. Little monkey, hopefully it works for him. Lower back as usual. Yeah, you might enjoy the weekend one then, Renee. I'll post about that and I'll tag you in it. Hi Andrew, welcome back. Get your props, get blankets, get pillows. Use the props as much as you can. Feeling stiff and sore. Yeah, we've got some, in general the yin poses are good for all over anyway. Yes please, yeah, you can watch that too. I think should be fine UK time. Anyone who thinks after the class you have friends or family who could benefit from being here, please share the group, get people involved, get people in here. It's free for as long as this COVID stuff is going on. I'm donating this time to people to get to know yin. Not many people know about yin yoga, and I want to share the benefits of it and doing it for free so people can take and just enjoy while they can. So if you're just joining, get comfy. You can lie back on your mat now if you want to. I'm just going to prattle on until 7:30, which is in 2 minutes time. And I'm going live here in the main group just because it might be easier for people to find me compared to in the event. So just going to invite a couple of the regulars in case they're not sure I'm here. Jane, Laura, good. Yay! Get comfy everyone, bring your pillows. I was very close up to the screen, sorry about that. Get your pillows and blankets. If you have a cup of tea, do. Just close your door, shut away the world. This is your time now. We're going to get started in a minute. And I'll answer any questions that you have either after the class. I can wait around and answer them if you really have burning questions. or just comment below and I'll answer them throughout the week. Anyone who's new and joining YIN tonight, grab pillows, blankets, blocks. We use props because we're holding poses for longer than we would a normal yoga session. So you need to be able to stay in a pose so we can stress those joints therapeutically, not in a bad way, but we want to get some movement back in your body, improve your flexibility, get rid of these aches and pains that you're holding in your body. It can be to do with physical things that have happened in your life that has caused damage to your body. It can be to do with emotional things that you're holding and storing in your body. It can be psychological things, past traumas. These are all, when I talk about your edge and the resistance you feel in your body, why you can't move further, that might be to do with any of those three reasons why you have those blocks and resistances. So when you feel that, just sit in it, sink in it, feel that discomfort in your body, and just notice what happens. Exciting! Ooh, lucky number 13 of you on. It's 7:30, we're going to get started. Welcome back, Latoya. Thank you for your image today, your reminder 7:30 image. I'll have to get you to do the images every Wednesday. Anyway, get comfy everyone, grab your blocks, close your door. This is your time, the next hour, so lying on your backs, getting comfortable. Let me know if you can't hear the music or if you can't hear me well enough. Hopefully I'll turn me right up. So lying on your backs, getting comfortable, and taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, allowing your body to melt a little bit more on every out breath. And noticing if you can get a little bit more comfortable lying where you are. What do you need to do just to get just a little bit more comfortable? Those just joining us, we're lying down in Shavasana, getting really comfortable, noticing how our body feels here, not judging it for what you're noticing, just noticing, doing a mini body scan from your head all the way down your body to your toes. Just noticing how your body feels. Knowing that the next hour is just for you. This is your time to give back to your body, give back to your mind. It doesn't matter what's happened today, just push that aside. There's nothing you can do about your day right now. Pushing aside what you have to do after this. People often find when they feel calm and they start emptying their mind a little bit more, new thoughts and ideas come up, stuff that they thought that they were struggling with, stuff that they were stressed out about that they couldn't come up with any answers to. So allow yourself to experience that. Just give this next hour your time. shutting out the world, closing the door to the children, to the partners, to the work. Turning your lights down low if you need to, putting your diffusers on. This is your safe space. I just want you to take a deep breath in through your nose now. And just pausing, then exhaling through the nose all the way out. And pausing at the bottom. And then breathing in again, breathing in as much as you can through your nose, your belly expands. Pausing and then breathing out everything out of your lungs as much as you can, and pausing at the bottom, and again breathing in through the nose, your belly expands, pausing and breathing out everything out of your lungs as you physically can push out, pausing at the bottom, and breathing in, pausing, breathing out all the way out through the nose, and one more time, breathing in as much as you can, belly expanding, pausing and breathing out all of that air and pausing at the bottom. Going back to your own breath. Today's sequence is to help combat that seated position we're in a lot more now. The desk work, the desk jobs, finding ourselves that we're sitting a lot more because we don't even walk to work and back. It's much easier to stay inside. And we're moving into our first pose. When you're ready, just slowly, we're going to come into cat's tail. So coming onto our front, we're going to extend the right arm up, using the left hand as a lever to rotate round. We're going to bend our left leg and using that right hand to prop our head up to support. With our left hand we want to grab our right foot, either from the inside or from the outside, whatever suits you. Looking up to the ceiling, we want to get an arch in the neck. You may find that you can rotate round, back, down to the other side of the floor. You may not, you may want to stay upright, and you can use a block or a blanket or a pillow to support your head if you need that arch. And if you find that your left leg is lifted, you want to support it, because in Yin, we stay longer, and if we're not relaxing our muscles, then we're not able to get deeper into our tendons that we're targeting. And here we're feeling a twist in the lower back, an arch in the neck. If you do want to stretch your muscle on your right quad, you can hold onto the foot tightly, or you can just hold on loosely and sink into this pose. We're targeting a bit of everything here really, the hips, the spine, the neck. Relaxing the shoulders, unclenching your teeth, relax the jaw, and let your belly hang. Just let it be here. Noticing your breath when you're in this pose, the speed of it and the depth of it. Pushing aside your thoughts as they come up, just bringing it back to your breath as you breathe in through your nose. Allowing yourself that stillness. Depending on the day you've had, you may find it hard to settle in these first few poses. Lots of thoughts racing. You may fidget a bit. That's okay, it's just giving you time. Just being aware of that. We're going to take 3 last breaths here. Slowly, when you're ready, unlocking your hand to foot and rotating slowly round onto your tummy, and just letting your lower back settle here for a moment before we do the other side. When you're ready, straightening your left arm up this time. Using the right hand as a lever to rotate round. Bending your right leg. Using the left hand to support your head. And with your right hand grabbing your left foot this time, either from the inside or from the outside, whatever suits you. Looking up to the ceiling, arching the neck, you may find rotating round down to the other side on the floor. Or you may, again this side, stay upright. Whatever suits your body. If this side is different for you, noticing the differences. Maybe this side you do need to prop your right knee up because it's lifting. We don't want to hold any poses where we feel like our muscles are shaking or we're trying to balance. So using those props as much as you can to support you in these poses. Again, if you need a stretch on that quad, the left quad, it's holding tight onto that foot to feel the stretch. But you don't need to if you don't want to. Doing the yin pose enough. It's just what you need. Getting that twist in the lower back. Feeling the arch in the neck. Relaxing the shoulders. Noticing on every exhale, can you relax a little more? Are you tensing your thighs? Are you holding your head up and it's straining your neck? What can you do? Can you prop your head with a pillow or a blanket? Can you roll down to the floor? Letting the belly soften. You don't want to suck it in. You're in your own home now. No one's around. Just relax. You want to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Your belly expands and your lower back expands with it. And when you're ready, unlocking your hand to foot and then rotating round onto your tummy, again letting yourself settle, for a moment before we move into our next pose. Next pose, we're going to be targeting the shoulders and the upper back. Moving into thread needle, I believe it's called. Who knows? I forget. You'll be on all fours, and we want to use our left hand. So I'll show you this way. And we're going to scoop that behind our right hand away from us with our palm facing down. If you can't rest your head down, you find it's lifted, grabbing a block to support it, or it may be down on the ground. And pushing into the ground your left shoulder. Find that your knees and your hips stay in line. And the more you walk that left hand away, the more you'll feel a pull on your left shoulder blade. You just want to sink down onto that left shoulder. And once you've found that pose for you, it's remaining still here, giving yourself this stillness. We're targeting the shoulder blades, in particular when we're tense and stressed and sitting at our desk. You can relax the forearm down. The more you rotate round with your head to look up to the ceiling, you'll feel that slightly more in the left shoulder blade. Remember, we don't want to go to our maximum discomfort. We just want to be sitting at around 70%, because being still for a long period of time will do the work for you anyway. You don't have to feel a real deep pain in order to get the benefit. Notice if you can relax your shoulders anymore. Are you tensing up around your ears? And taking 3 deep breaths here, noticing your belly expand while you're in this pose. Slowly, when you're ready, pushing off from the right hand to allow the left arm to come through, and then doing what you need to rebound from that pose. You may just want to curl your back into cat and cow, or you may just want to stay still on all fours before we do the other side, noticing how your shoulder and your upper back feel. Now doing the other side. With our right arm this time, we're going to scoop behind the left hand, walking the arm away from us, resting our head down onto the mat. If you can, if you can't, grabbing a pillow, pushing your shoulder blade into the floor, and you can curl round looking more up to the ceiling to feel it more in your right shoulder blade and upper back. We want to feel a slight aching, it's a discomfort that we can sit in. Our palm facing down as much as we can with the right hand. Keeping our knees and our hips in line as much as we can. We're not symmetrical, so going with what suits your body. You can relax your forearm down to the ground rather than resting on your hand. That suits you better. Finding that stillness. Pushing aside your thoughts again as they come up, as they keep coming up. The more you do that, the more your thoughts come up, the more you bring it back to your breath, the easier it gets for you. Walking the right hand further away from you if you need to feel a slight more sensation in the upper back. Taking 3 last breaths here, breathing in through the nose, belly expands. Notice if you can relax any more on every exhale. When you're ready, pushing down on your left hand, scooping your right arm back to all fours, just doing what you need to do to rebound from that pose from the other side. You may feel a slight burning in your shoulder blade. You may not, everyone's body is different. That's why YIN is so wonderful, it allows you to be unique. We're going to move into dangling pose. This is an option for people who don't have low blood pressure, because we're going to be not hanging upside down, but I wouldn't suggest it if you struggle with blood pressure. I'm going to show you another option. So we're targeting our spine and our hips here. You will be feeling it in your hamstrings. So we want to find a wall. Don't worry those people who are not doing this, I'm going to show you an option. So your feet are away from the wall. I know you can only see my legs. But you want to bend your knees first, leaning over, and then you're going to straighten your legs
until you feel your hamstrings pull. And then you're just going to hang here. If you don't feel your hamstrings, you may find it better to turn round and face the wall. And then you're going to lean into the wall, pushing against it to feel your hamstrings that way. That may suit you better. We won't stay here for a long period of time. For those who are not doing dangling, coming into caterpillar, sit it down. You can just lean, breathe in, and then you tuck your chin to your chest and you roll down. And you can have your arms to the side of you or placed in your lap. We don't want to hold tight onto our feet. This isn't a yang yoga. This is yin, so we relax wherever we are. Imagining a rag doll. Just letting gravity take you. Feeling a slight pull on the backs of the legs. If you feel that enough here, then that suits you better. You don't have to forward fold. That targets the spine and the neck and it helps pull more of the hamstring. But if you feel that already here, then that's perfect. If you don't, you can sit on a block or a pillow, whatever you have, sitting here, and you may feel that in the backs of your legs, just this. Everyone's body is different. You always have options. Just notice what you need to do to feel the backs of your hamstrings a bit, but not feel pain. We want to feel a stretch here. For those doing dangling, you can slowly roll up out of dangling pose, noticing how you feel. If you feel a bit dizzy, give yourself some time, just take some deep breaths in, and you can have another go if you want to, or you can come into caterpillar, or you can just sit down on the mat because that's enough for you. So a few options. We want to target those hamstrings a little bit because we've been sitting down for so long through the day. It's why you're having lower back pain. As well as the calves, it helps to target the calves particularly. Either caterpillar or dangling pose. Just dangling is the one that we don't want to hang out in for really longer than 3 minutes or so. Again, if you're in dangling, we want to slowly roll up again, comfortably with our head being the last, just giving yourself time to get your head back into the normal head position, upright. And then if you're in caterpillar, we want to slowly roll up with our head being the last again if you're leaning down. And then just noticing what you need to do to rebound from that pose. It may be arching back. Before you move, it's always feeling in your body what you need to do rather than thinking what your body needs to do, if that makes sense. Often we go into autopilot thinking, overthinking, rather than feeling. We're going to move into deer pose, targeting our hips. those hips sitting down and those shortening our hip flexors. So deer pose, we want to cross our right foot so it's sort of parallel to our mat, and then our left leg behind is bent, so this leg is sort of parallel as well. Depending on how you do, what suits your body, you may feel a pull in your hip flexor here if it's particularly tight. I have it, it's different for me from one side to the other. This one is always tight and this one isn't. So from here, you may feel that in your hip flexor already, and that's fine. So you can stay where you are. You may want to lean forward. We want to keep that back knee down, and we want to keep our right knee and right foot down, pushed into the mat as you lean forward. And you'll start feeling it on your right glute and your outer thigh. You may feel it here, or you may need to come down a little more. Pushing your knee down more into the floor, the right knee and the right foot, if you're not feeling it enough in the right glute, the right bum. And finding that stillness. Once you've found that pull, that edge, you're sitting in that discomfort, breathing. If your right glute is starting to spasm, that's okay. We're creating new pathways. If you're happy sitting in that discomfort for a little longer, then it will benefit you, but it is your choice, it's your session. You know your body better than anyone else. But we're doing things to reconnect. So sometimes it will feel uncomfortable, but the more you do it, the less and less it will. Push more down into the knee and the foot if you need to feel it more in the right glute, or come further down, or both. Our glutes may be spasming because they are tight, because they are weak, because we're sitting so often now. And taking 3 last breaths here, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, you relax a little more. When you're ready, whatever position you're in, slowly rolling up, coming out of every yin pose slowly. And then before you move, notice in your body what you need to do to rebound before we do the other side. And if you feel ready, moving to the other side. You can see me. I'm going to bend the left leg so it's parallel to the mat, and our right leg behind us. So you find the right leg parallel as well if you can. We don't want pain. Remember, if you're finding pain in your knees, you may need to just angle your feet a bit lower or higher. You can put blankets underneath as well. You may find this side is slightly different for you, and that's okay. It's just noticing those differences. So from here, we want to push our left foot down and our left knee down. And you may feel this enough staying upright. If not, we want to walk a little bit further up the mat until we feel our left glute and our left outer thigh. Pushing the left foot down and the left knee. Pushing it down into the mat. Stillness, just allowing yourself to sit in that discomfort, giving your body time. Feeling that pull all down the left side and the left glute. Again, you may find this side different for you. Your left side may be tighter than your right, or vice versa, or exactly the same. Pushing aside your thoughts again as they come up. If your left glute starts spasming, that's okay if you're happy with that. Just focusing on your breath, taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Giving yourself a little more time to sit in that discomfort if you're happy to do so. And taking 3 last breaths here. Breathing in deeply through the nose and breathing out. And when you're ready, slowly pushing off from your hands, coming out of this pose, noticing what you need to do to rebound, to counteract that pose, especially if your glutes were spasming. Going to move into fish pose now. If you have blocks, brilliant. Grab pillows. We need something to be able to open up your chest. So placing the block along your spine, about here in between your shoulder blades. Just so you're comfortable with your palm facing up to the ceiling. So you're opening the shoulders because your palms are facing up. If you're not comfortable with your head dropping down that low, you can use another block or a pillow to support your head. It's a strong chest opener. Because we're all hunching forward a lot of the time, you may find this particularly tight. So you can start with the pillow or block underneath your head, and then you can, longer we stay still here, you may find you'll be able to move the block because your body's allowing you to do that now. If you're particularly tight here, you may find it too much. So find what suits you and just giving yourself that stillness. You want to be able to relax and put all of your body weight on this block or cushion. So getting comfortable. With your legs, you can choose to keep them bent with your feet on the floor, or you can put the soles of your feet together in butterfly, targeting the hip flexors a little for you, or you can straighten your legs. Obviously just play around and adjust, noticing what your body feels like it needs to do today. Every day is different, whether you practice YIN all the time. It depends on the day that you've had, your stress levels, your sleep, your hydration levels, what food you've had. So not judging yourself for not being able to do something that you could have done in a different class. It just varies so much. The key is to make sure that your palms facing up to the ceiling, to keep your chest open and your shoulders open. If you feel like you need your arms lower down, then do so. finding your breath in this pose, noticing the speed of it and the depth of it. Unclenching your jaw again. Notice if you can relax your shoulders anymore. Notice if you can relax your legs anymore. If you're not sure, just tense them and then relax. Noticing if your body's changed. Maybe you need to readjust the level of the block. May need to go down or come up. Or you need to add another pillow just to open the chest a bit more, because you feel like you can get more of a stretch now because your body's relaxed. We're going to take 3 last breaths here. Breathe in through the nose, your belly expands. And on every exhale, give yourself this time to relax just this little more. Depending on where you've chosen to lay your legs, just bringing them back and then pushing off from the block as slowly and easily as you can. And just noticing what you need to do to rebound from that pose. Maybe to rotate the shoulders. When you're ready, we're going to move into Shavasana, our final pose. So grabbing the blocks, grabbing pillows to support your head, putting blankets on you if you need that, put on another layer. In Shavasana, we want to lie with our legs slightly apart and our arms away from our bodies, with our palms facing up in corpse pose. This is your practice though. If this doesn't suit your body and you find that your lower back's aching from this session, you may want to bend your legs so your feet are on the outside of the mat or towel, and then your knees drop in. This should support your lower back a bit more. Or if you have pillows and blankets, you can prop them underneath your knees so they can be straight. We want to be able to get really comfortable here. So whatever you need to do to get comfy. This is the time now to give yourself this stillness from the poses that we've been in. We've been stressing our joints. We want to now relax and find calm. The most important phase is Shavasana right at the end, giving ourselves this stillness, keeping our mind empty as much as we can. Obviously the thoughts will keep coming up, but it's just bringing it back to your breath. Imagining yourself on the mat with a towel, just melting down into the floor, every part of your body. Imagining you're like tar, it's just treacle, heavy, liquid, melting into the floor. Every part of your body is so relaxed and heavy. Bringing yourself back into the room by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, reaching your arms up above your head, giving yourself a full body stretch, pointing your toes. Namaste everyone, thank you for coming this evening, and especially thank you for staying for Shavasana at the end. It's so important and most people leave and miss this important bit, so thank you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. You can comment now and I can stay on, or just comment and I will answer them. Anything to do with YIN, or if you have aches and pains and you want to target those areas in the next session, let me know. Happy to help where I can. Just if you missed the beginning of class, I was talking about us doing I'm going to be doing a back session
probably Sunday morning. I'll let you know. And it will be for people who have lower back pain. The first part of the class will be doing particular exercises to help strengthen those areas that are weak, which is why they're feeling tight for you. And the second part will be YIN based stretches and poses to help combat those areas. So we need to strengthen the areas as well as stretch them. So that class will be, it's like a workshop just for an hour. Really beneficial, because it's all well and good you doing these poses and stretching them out, but if you have weak muscles, it's just going to keep causing you problems with your lower back. So we're going to do some mobility work at the beginning, and then the second part will be stretches. So really good class, and I'm offering that here in the group only on probably Sunday morning, but I will post here and let you know when that will be, because I just need to clarify with my boyfriend, because we need to care for Monty. Welcome everybody, welcome, thank you, namaste, Kelly. Have a lovely evening everyone, sleep well. Thanks Hayley, namaste Jessie, see you tomorrow morning. Lovely having you all in class, getting to know each other in our little group. Namaste Sue. I love this bit at the end, getting to know you all. One day we'll have lots of comments. Let me know which day workshop is on. Yeah, of course I will, Joe. Probably Sunday morning. Thanks again, Laura. Great session. Feeling good. Definitely going to sleep well. Yes, Latoya, we will. You're going to sleep well. Hopefully baby's not teething anymore. Sleep well, Mum. And Annie. Well, you're not going to sleep well. It's your day. Good morning. I'm going to have another cup of tea. Bye, everyone.